Skin cancer is the most common type of cancer. 1 in 5 Americans will develop it by the age of 70, and more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour.
Using sunscreen is one of the best ways to protect yourself. Always look for a broad spectrum sunscreen that protects you from the UVA and B rays.
But if it turns out some of the ingredients in sunscreen might actually cause cancer, health reporter Haley Hernandez is here to explain this all. Haley.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So in a report, Annual Guide to Safer Sunscreens by the Environmental Working Group, most sunscreens are found to contain 1 or more of a dozen chemicals the USDA said should be researched further before they can be considered safe. Now, the Personal Care Products Council, an organization that represents the industry, calls that fear-mongering and says their products are not considered unsafe. If you're unsure what to buy, there are some types that everyone agrees on.
How do you pick your sunscreen?
My girlfriend gave me one.
Anything like above 50 SPF.
Unless I'm away in an island or something, I don't use it.
The Environmental Working Group keeps a close watch on sunscreens and puts out a best and worst list each year. Recent tests show some popular sunscreen brands contain toxic chemicals thought to disrupt hormones, cause reproductive problems, and cancer. These chemicals can be detected on the skin and in the blood weeks after being used. The chemical benzene is a problematic one. When researchers tested sunscreen from more than 5 dozen manufacturers, they found that 27% of them contained the carcinogen, even though benzene is not listed as an ingredient. The Environmental Working Group did find some good news for both people and the planet. Use of the UV ray blocker oxybenzone has declined. We reported a few years ago how that chemical in sunscreen is detected in blood samples and thought to cause destruction of coral reefs. Experts recommend using mineral-based sunscreens that use zinc oxide or titanium dioxide as the active ingredient. These have a reputation of being white or chalky since it's a physical barrier to the sun, but newer brands are better at blending in.
Of course, remember, no sunscreen is waterproof or sweatproof. That's why you've got to reapply every 2 hours after getting out of the water. And remember, though, the teaspoon and shot glass rule. Have you guys ever heard of that?
What is it?
So this is kind of crazy. You want to use a teaspoon of sunscreen on your face and an entire shot glass full over your body. Now, I've done an experiment before where I've filled a shot glass. It's a lot of sunscreen. Yeah. I'm betting that it's probably more than what you regularly wear.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought I was putting on a lot. So I'm curious to see.
Yeah, so maybe you should test it. But I would say that probably most people are not wearing enough sunscreen. And then for babies, I asked a dermatologist about this hypoallergenic. Like, do babies really need it, or can they use any sunscreen? She says that because it does have ingredients in there that are less, that kids are less allergic to, then you probably want to stick to that for the babies. Yeah.
Okay. You can use it for yourself. I mean, if it works. Right?
Yeah.
It works, it works.
I mean, I do, because
less stuff.
I'm carrying around so much stuff
as it is.
To the pool and to the beach. Just please give me one less
one kind
thing
of
to carry.
sunscreen is fine. Yeah. And you're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it in a full shot glass of it, apparently.
Yeah.
A lot.
We got those laying
Teaspoon
around
on your face.
A teaspoon on your face.
No shortage of shot glasses laying around.
Yes, use it. Use it for your sunscreen.
There's always room for that in the bag.
Yeah.